My name is Paromita Bardoloi, and this is my story. I'll be doing a storytelling for approximately 4 to 5 minutes. And my story is about two Pakistani men from Lahore who helped me find who I am. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paromita Bardoloi, and this is my story. Now sit and talk, okay? I was born and brought up in a very middle class family, and मैं maths और science में कभी अच्छी नहीं थी. So the first impression I had about my life was that I was never good enough. So I grew up with this, and whenever I used to wear a new clothes, they said कि skeleton में hang कर रहा है. It feels like that a skeleton is wearing a dress. So I learned that I'm ugly. Thank you so much. So the first 2 lessons in my life was that I was not good enough and I'm ugly. And when you grow up with the feeling of that you are not good enough, you start worshipping heroes. The first guy I met, so मेरे लिए वो ही hero था. He left me. The second guy I met, he left faster. And then the story begins. I was detected. I was very, very close to bipolar. So I studied in Miranda. I studied in one of the finest institutes in India, but I always was not good enough. And there came a day when I couldn't suffer anymore. When your heart can't suffer anymore, there comes a time you just say, Bhagwan, aap aa jao. और नहीं होता उससे. And that is when I think God came into my life. I met this guy, his name is Farhan from Lahore, through Facebook. And we started talking as friends. He was dating someone. And it was a good thing for me because I was ugly, I thought. And we started talking. And he was the first person to tell me that you were beautiful. Sometimes it's so nice to hear from someone from the other sex to hear that you are beautiful because you have always thought you are ugly. I was in an abusive relationship at that point of time because at that point I thought I was so ugly I deserved to be beaten, right? That was my self-confidence at that point of time, and that was Farhan who said, "You're beautiful, you don't deserve to be there." I took the first step, I came out of it. And that was where I think the first step towards self-realization, towards self-love began. Because someone loved me in this world. There was one human being in the whole world who loved me, despite me being not good enough. That man was kind to me. He wasn't saying how bad I am, मुझे 10th में marks अच्छे नहीं मिले, you know. ये अच्छा नहीं है, boyfriend तुम्हारा अच्छा नहीं है, तुम्हारा job अच्छा नहीं है. There was one human being in the world who loved me, and that became my treasure. And then I came across Irfan Khan from Lahore, who was a writer, and I spoke to him for the first time. I was still ugly and I was still not good enough, and he said to me, "You are beautiful." Wow, 2 guys said I'm good. That is when I realized that kuch to hoga. I came, and that was all through Facebook, all through phone, and I don't know what happened that day. Something changed within, and I stopped taking shit from people. I used to like a guy, and if he met me for the first time, I liked him for 10 years, and he said to me, I was wearing a jacket and I took off the jacket. He said that you have such small chest. Men don't like women with small chest. Imagine the kind of body image I must have gone through. And these people are all well educated, working in the best of working the best of companies. And the first thing he said that, you're not good enough. It hit me so hard. I just ran home and I kept, Irfan, he said that. He said, don't worry, Paromita, he's lying. I was running in the streets of CP and I was telling Irfan, he said me that I went to the beauty parlor to look good. He said, you know, men don't like women like me. I was not good enough. Irfan told me, Jane Aziz, आप बहुत खूबसूरत हो. He's not worth it. I grew up that day. And then, it wasn't that it happened one day. It didn't happen one day that, you know, I grew up and I started loving myself. But day by day, you know, when someone believes in you, when someone says how good you are, how wonderful you are, and I just realized that all my life I have been seeing that, you know, जो आपके बचपन के conversations होते हैं, you don't do this well, you don't do that well, that becomes your inner conversation. And all my inner conversation was so negative. I never saw that I was writing so well. I could be so beautiful. I saw myself through the eyes of two Pakistani men. And I started believing in what they said, and I started reacting and acting that I said, whatever they said, and I stopped believing that I was ugly. And it's been 10 years now, ladies and gentlemen. Today, if I'm sitting in front of you, it is because two men from the other side of the border, two men from Lahore, loved me. And today, you know why I'm wearing red? Because it is their favorite color. It's so hot there. I called up Farhan, itni garmi hai. Just because I love you guys so much, this is a tribute to their friendship that I'm wearing red today, because red is for love and it doesn't know any border. The blood from other side is red, the blood from this side is red, and that is why even it's so hot today, I'm wearing red. And Farhan said, Jane Aziz Jao, be the revolution today. Even today he's getting married this December, and I felt he was holding my hand right now and said, be the revolution today. And I have learned my lessons. That there's a very beautiful thing in Lavanzan says that all things are lessons. मैंने खुद को प्यार करना नहीं सीखा, and I was expecting the best friend, the boyfriend, the people I give a lot will love me. All love begins from me. And when I started loving myself through the eyes of two men, I realized how beautiful I was. So one of my ex-boyfriend called me, who never treated me well, and he said, you were saying something, and I said, no, I don't want to have a conversation with you. And he said, why? Because I'm beautiful, and that is why I don't want to talk to you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paromita Bardoloi. This is my story, and I'm very, very beautiful. Thank you so much.